special advisor to President Muhammadu Buhari on media and publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina, has said that Nigerians are the greatest problem of the country. Adesina, in an article on Friday, scolded those who he claimed have nothing but to find fault in the country, while cautioning Nigerians against disintegration, destabilization, and outright war. He admitted that the internecine conflict which came off the civil war was still very evident in some parts of the land. The presidential spokesman said it's often intriguing to hear eminent and well-appointed Nigerians talk about disintegration, destabilization, and outright war, as if it is a picnic. War, not a tea party, and not something you should wish even upon your enemy. Nigeria fought a war before in which about 2 million people died. There was sorrow, tears, and blood, till good sense prevailed, and we said there was no victor, no vanquished. The scars of that internecine conflict are still very evident in some parts of the land. Why? When do some newspaper columnists, public commentators, ethnic warlords, even academics talk of war as something they long for, an affiliation they want to inflict their country with? War? Is it a picnic or a tea party? I have seen enough to make me conclude that the greatest problem of Nigeria are Nigerians themselves. They seem to hate their country. There was that atheist who said on his deathbed, "I hate everybody, I hate God, I even hate myself." That seems to be the experience of a good number of Nigerians. What I am saying is Nigeria in a perfect state. Nirvana, a utopia. No, by no means. We all see things that aspirates us about our country. So it is cutting off the head, the cure for headache. Is that wish for the country through the constant craving for war the way out, couched as warnings by some interest groups? For really? That is what they would wish to see, if only to have the morbid satisfactions of saying, "We warned, they didn't listen." We have our grouses with Nigeria. The president often talks of missed opportunities, and yes, this country has missed many over the decades, but he adds that those of them who have fought to keep this country together will never open their eyes and see Nigeria dismembered. Loving the unlovable, that is what Nigerians need. If we would eventually get the country we desire, William Cowper, English writer, said, who lived between 1731 and 1800, said, "England, with all their faults, I love thee still, my country." Adesina said it was time Nigerians began to have a Nigerian agenda instead of sectional agenda. Now Femi Adesina, now they talk all this kind, they blow all this kind English. So Nigerians are the Nigeria problem. They like, seriously. You are doing something. You are the one who has always done something that is making people to talk about war, but you will never accept. In as much you don't want to accept your mistakes, so don't blame other people, because people will still be blaming you, because nothing stands on nothing. You guys, you are doing things that are not in line with what is happening, but you say what you are doing is the right thing, yet you are still putting the blames back on Nigerians. Well, before Uncle, had it been the government did the needful to better the lives of their citizens, it wouldn't be so. It seems the government isn't sincere to their citizens. So-called presidency stand for what exactly? But point of correction, Nigerians are not the problem. The presidency are. APC government is always looking for whom to blame at all times. PDP is not PDP again. It is now the innocent citizens that are suffering due to the useless economic policies of APC that is to be blamed. Nigeria has never been a reliable country from origin, but APC and Buhari have cemented the long range of hatred hitting the country very deep. Sadly, nobody is in Nigeria because the grandparents of those he refers as Nigerians are much older than the entity called Nigeria itself. Therefore, the question is, who were they before they became Nigerians? Once you can explain it without any emotional or sentimental attachment, you have automatically solved 98% of Nigeria's problem. Why wouldn't we hate the country? We have been facing the cruel and ill attitudes of the dubious and selfish leaders. And you, Mr. Femi Adesina, are part of the chief cornerstone of our problems. Keep defending obvious failure because you benefit from it. Posterity will definitely remember you as the spokesperson of the worst democratic president of Nigeria. The first time you have spoken the truth, Femi Adesina is number one enemy of Nigeria. Stop looking for an excuse to tarnish the image of Nigerians. The Muhammad Buhari-led government has failed Nigerians. As a Nigerian, I am very patriotic. It is your anti-people policy of the Buhari government that is making things difficult for Nigerians. I can't be hungry and still expect me to be looking like Zobi, as resources have been used to fund overseas trip for politicians and their children to school abroad. The Nigerian elites are too lazy. They depend on poor Nigerians to survive. Yeah, they are too lazy. You can imagine. And they are coming out to, of course, now he does not know what it means to suffer, because he believes that his position that he's occupying, a lot of people are hiding it, because they are going to be hiding it because you guys are not doing anything. You're just being paid, and you just come out and begin to blast people, calling them willing willers. Yeah, the problem is that Nigerians hate bad leaders and their cluelessness, not the country. And if your cluelessness lingers a little bit, it might affect the country. Innocent poor students have been kidnapped every day without solution in sight, and you felt Nigerians must still be in love with you and your ineptness. It's unfortunate that Adesina has lost touch with present realities. Nigerians are the most patient citizens all over the world. It's a well-known fact even to Buhari. Despite the failure of this administration to bring end to insecurity, it has to be rated for some progress it brought to the country. I have total confidence that those abusing Buhari, causing this administration, will do the same after 2023. Nigerians have the mentality of condemnation, but millions of them do not have the sense of hope for the developments. That is what someone is saying here. His name is Buhari as well. Well, your real name is ignorance. 2023, no election. Stop deceiving yourself. Progress like what? Like kidnapping and terrorist poverty? Well, no one expected anything good from you, because with the way your beard are, nothing sensible can come out of your mouth unless you shave it. That one is giving. Well, I agree with you, but please, this government should just manage and give Nigerians average governance. If you can't give her what you promised this country during your campaign, it's really getting worse. No, sir, the problem is actually those your brothers who are above the law from across the Sahel. You pay with taxpayers' money to inflict pains on Nigerians. The biggest problem of Nigeria is that our monarchical ancestors in Nassau Rock, including the evil pen enablers who have stabbed patriotism with parochialism in the neck. Yes, now he can say whatever he wants to say now. In as much as his children and everything about them is fine. They don't care.